Hello everyone, Nathan Sivu here, and welcome to a type of video I don't really plan on doing all that often. I'm doing an unboxing and review on something that is very special to me. The RetroTRIO. Yes, if you don't know what this is, well, neither did I until about a month ago, which is strange because this actually didn't come out all that long ago. It came out about 3 years ago, so it's not exactly new, but this isn't exactly about enjoying things that are new, so let's get right into that. My god, this is a childhood dream come true. So in case you don't actually know what this is, it's a console that plays NES games, Super Nintendo games, and Sega Genesis games all on one magical Frankenstein console. It's made by get in the shot there, retrobit, and yeah, it seems like these guys obviously have a passion for retro gaming because they really kept everything in mind with this. So let's just open up and see what we got. Let's actually take a look at the controller first. Or, nah, system first, actually. So, it's actually extremely light. I thought this thing would be heavy, but it's not. It's actually really light. But yeah, they're all top loading, which is really nice because apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently a lot of the problems with the NES not working properly, like constantly having to blow into the cartridge to make it work properly, apparently it had to do with it being like front loading. But apparently, yeah, you can just, you know, where it's top loading, it makes it, you know, more likely to work, which is great. And if you can see there, the on-off switch is simply, oh wait for the camera to focus, there we go, is going from off to Genesis to Super Nintendo to NES, and then there's the reset button. Yeah, consoles don't have that anymore. But I'm thrilled with this. I mean, this is something that my brother and I thought of when we were kids. You know, of one master system that would play all the games, and I think we pictured it a little bit more Frankensteinish, you know, kind of duct taped together. But my God, this is my childhood in a box. This is my childhood dream come true. So let's get the controller out in a second. I hate these packages. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, there's a twist tie. Oops. So we got the controller here. As you can see, it's mostly a carbon copy of the Super Nintendo controller, which is just perfect because that is an awesome controller. It feels, oh my god, it feels good. It feels. It might sound weird to say that, but it's. And unless you've played one of these things, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to feel those buttons, but it's. Yeah, it's just like playing on the retro system. And this is kind of where the main difference between playing on something like this, you know, playing the real thing, the real cartridges, is so different as opposed to, you know, playing on an emulator. For guys like me, you know, I enjoyed emulators for a while, but to be honest, you know what? There's just something missing. There's something missing when you're not playing on the real thing. And this is what are going to make the dreams come true again. This is going to be the blast of nostalgia for you know, anybody who's born in the 80s like me. You're going to love this. So now what's great about this is that it comes with two controllers. Whoopsie. Yeah. So what's great about this is it comes with two of these controllers. So right off the bat, you can already play with two players. And what's even better is that these are kind of special controllers in the way that they will work with all three game systems. They'll work with NES, SNES, or Genesis. But for those of you who are really purist out there who feel that, you know, you gotta have the right controller for the right system, well, you can do that too. Because if you pop out this, you just push it. It's like a push pop out, or wait, how's it? Ugh. Okay, it's a little bit tough to get this open, but I suppose it's one slight negative, but how do I... Oh my gosh. Okay, so one thing is you might have a little bit of trouble getting it open, but... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is a little bit tough to get open, but yeah, you can just plug it in, use it with any of the systems, but you also have the ports for every single one of the other systems. You have it for the Genesis, you have it for the SNES, and you have it for the NES, which is just fantastic. And oh yeah, in case in case you're by region, you've got like the PAL that I'm not sure what PE and NG are, but there's the PAL setting for like in the UK, and there, of course, for North America, there's NTSC. And on the back, we've got the standard ports there, or if you have an S video, which apparently will give you a little bit a clearer picture, you have that as an option too. So this is all the components laid out just as is, with the where you have just the regular, you know, RCA cables or the S video, whichever you prefer to use. If you're recording like I'm going to do using the Elgato, I'm not going to use the Elgato in this video, but anyway, you would need to use this for it. Now here's actually an interesting note. Obviously, some newer TVs may or may not have the S video port, or these, for example. But the other further thing that you might want to note is that if you're doing a pass-through, like if you're using the Elgato, like I've got over there, some newer TVs may not necessarily accept the S video to HDMI passover. So you may need an older TV to do that. In fact, I mean, I'm hoping to actually go full retro and get a hold of like an old tube TV to really complete the experience. But anyway, yeah, let's just let's get on to the testing stage. So this is kind of the end of the unboxing portion of the video. Now we're going to get on to the testing and review. Oh yeah. Oh. Alright, let's start with Vectorman on the Sega Genesis, shall we? Oh my god! It works! Holy shit! Oh my god, it works. And there's a nice little blue light to, you know, let you know which system you have on. But oh my god, this is fucking brilliant. It works really good. Okay, let me just do a little bit of a jump cut to the actual gameplay itself. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Dude, it's perfect. It's the perfect recapturing of my childhood experience. It's just, yeah, it feels really good to be playing on this controller. This is a nice controller. I would say that, like, as far as like how the controller itself feels, it actually feels better than the original Super Nintendo controller. Like, it's the buttons have a bit of a, I don't know how you describe it, a clickiness to it when you push the button, and man, it feels awesome. Yeah, make it rain. But anyway, let's move on to Earthworm Jim 2 for the Super Nintendo. See that? Didn't even have to turn it off. Oh dear God! Oh, good lord! Holy shit! Okay, so expect the volume difference between Genesis and Super Nintendo, or maybe that's just that particular game. I'm not sure. Anything but the tangerines. So yeah, as you can see, this is oh my god. Yeah, it's perfect. Wow, there's nothing like being able to switch. There's nothing like being able to switch back and forth between the consoles and not even have to, you know, change cartridges or change, you know, cords or anything like that. You just flip the switch and you go. It's amazing. Oh my god, this is gaming's golden era. I swear it is. But yeah, it works. Oh, hold on a sec. Let's waste this guy. Oh, I don't carry a pig along before we go. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to finally an absolute classic, the be-all end-all of gaming, Super Mario for the NES. Back when Mario was green. Okay, and the volume has dipped down quite a bit. So I'm actually not sure if that's a per console thing, or if that's just, or if that's, you know, per game kind of thing. I'm not really sure. One thing I do notice, though, playing on a giant HT TV does look like... Oh, fuck. Looks like shit. But that's because these games are built for tube TVs. So if you can either get a tube TV or at the very least a smaller HD TV, the game will look a lot better. Holy shit, almost died. But I mean, what can I say? The one... Actually, maybe I'll turn the game off and I'll bring the camera back to me for a second for the final review. But this is... Oh my god, this is awesome. So yeah, I mean, I basically have a glowing review for this thing. It works perfectly. I mean, there was one tiny technical thing when I first started this up. When I first started this, before I went to the jump cut of the gameplay, it seemed like the controller wasn't responding to the game in any way, which had me a little concerned because there was one reviewer on Amazon saying that they couldn't get Sega Genesis games to work. But after a simple restart, like I had switched around to the other two, and they worked. And then when I switched back to this one, it was working perfectly fine. So yeah, not exactly sure what happened there. Just a glitch, I guess. But yeah, aside from that, I have an absolutely glowing review for this thing. This is if you're into retro gaming, if you grew up in the same era as me and you grew up during the 8-bit and the 16-bit era, you know, the the Bit Wars era, if you're into that kind of stuff, this is a perfect 10. This is an absolute perfect 10. I have nothing but good things to say about this. It's so easy and convenient to switch between the games. It's just, oh, I could go on, but at this point I'd just be gushing. So yeah, this is the full name is the Super Retro Trio, and you can get it from I got it for around $60 on Amazon, and then let's see, I got this one on eBay, and then these two I actually got at a really great gaming site called jjgames.com. I'll put it in the description down below, and yeah, they just have a really great library of old games that you can get. Like I even got the do I have it lying around? Oh crap, no I don't. Yeah, I even got the Duck Hunt gun, you know, from there. And they also have a really nice alert system. So like, this game wasn't originally in stock when I first got there, but I just said email me when you have it back in stock, and so they did. So that's a really great site to get your old games from. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. That wraps it up for this video. Yeah. Links for everything that I do in the description down below. Like I said, well, actually, this is my very first video I've ever done like this. So yeah, you'll see me doing Let's Plays of all three of these games. I do have an Elgato, so I'm not just pointing the camera at the screen, because, you know, it's kind of shitty. So yeah, if you like this video, then do some of the things that you're seeing come up on the screen right now. And I also have a Twitch channel where you can see me play live, and I typically slice up all my Twitch streams. I slice them up and put them into Let's Play videos, so I'll definitely be doing streams and Let's Plays of all three of these games. And by the way, in the extremely rare chance, John Holland, the composer of this game, if you could, oh my god, if you could come visit the stream, holy shit, man, music legend right here, man. But anyway, that's it for this video. So I will see you in the next game.